Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. We still have the CEO of Air Peace, Onyema. And we're discussing the Air Peace story. One question I want to ask you is, Air Peace has built a strong reputation on being affordable. And then the question is, how do you maintain this affordability without compromising service quality? Because I checked travel to London, and I saw going 515,000 naira. And every other airline I checked, we're talking
Naira
515,000 naira. It was 515 one way.
Whoa.
It was one way.
Okay.
One way, 515. I was even me, I was shocked. I looked at it again. I'm like, what's going on here?
Return 1 million.
Return was about 1 million. And for other companies,
it was more than that.
Times 2, times 3. So how do you maintain quality service even as you remain affordable?
Yeah, I was talking about the strategy we were using development financing. And before you went on break,
yes.
To show you what we've done, I'm just trying to be, I don't want to be boastful here, but I said so that other upcoming entrepreneurs will learn from that. Financial integrity is very important. Credibility is very important. People need to trust you. Now, Zenith Bank, within the last 6 months, came to Air Peace, we want to do business with you. Zenith Bank in the last 6 months financed the new 777 you are seeing. That latest one was financed by Zenith Bank.
Wow.
They financed about 3 aircraft within a space of 5 months.
5 months. Wow.
And they're asking you, come, we don't want to do business with you. Because some people might see that it's not about being envious or anything. Do it this way, and people will come to you. Now, we look at the cost of operations. For me, I love this country. I love our diversity, over 378 ethnic nationalities that make up this country. I love this place. Even my children, the school abroad, I make sure, even if it's 2 days break, you must come back to Nigeria. They all love Nigeria. My daughter, Nena, is the one handling the international operations.
Wow.
She's all over the place, doing fantastic work. They love this place. They don't even want to go to the UK. She's supposed to be spending her time in the UK doing this, doing that, but no. She will come here, maybe hop onto the plane the next morning, come back the next morning. They love it here. This is a great country.
Yeah.
So what we are doing is to contribute to the well-being of our country. It's not about fleecing the people, but recovery of costs is very, very important. So we look at the cost of operations, we charge accordingly. It does not mean that 1 million will be every seat on that aircraft, but it starts from 1 million. But you see a situation where you have majority of the people paying 1 million. At the end of the day, if we cover the costs and some margins, when you talk about costs, you take even your workforce into consideration, fueling, catering, and I know one thing about aviation, even the small, all those hard cakes they serve people on local, they tell you how much because everything about aviation is expensive. The bottle of water you drink, when you buy it from even the 5-star hotel, the cost is far lower than when it's on the aircraft.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a different thing you're paying.
I never leave my bottle. If they give me, I hold it.
So it's not as if we put out a fare there and go out deliberately and lose. No, it must be very. It's a calculatable risk.
Okay, so let's talk about your model, some of your models. How does Air Peace adopt and sustain a customer-centric model? How do you navigate challenges around that, especially as your network continues to grow internationally?
Yeah, we engender a lot of training in Air Peace.
Okay.
There are no 2 weeks or 1 month that you have one customer service training going on. People come in case people are into customer service training, you can apply. We keep on bringing Nigerians to train our people. We domicile it here because yes, want to encourage local participation in whatever we are doing. So a lot of training is always going on now and then. Training. But again, you still have some people that misbehave. Yes, you still have some people that misbehave. So it's normal.
Okay. So with all of these things, of course, we will talk about the safety. Safety is always a top priority in aviation. How does Air Peace maintain international safety standards?
Now, when you talk about safety, let me shock the world. You know, I have flight phobia.
Wow. I thought I was the only one.
I have
This one is face your fears.
Yes.
So every time you fly, you get the
I have
jitters.
flight phobia.
That's
Let me
interesting.
tell you something. I have flight phobia. And because I have flight phobia, since I floated a piece, let anybody tell me any airline, if I've entered any other airline except a piece. When I went to Brazil during the presidential visit to Brazil,
Oh, okay.
I took one because the smaller planes cannot go to Brazil. They cannot cross the Atlantic. They don't have such endurance. I took a 777 that carries almost 400 people. Only me and 2 of my staff. If I want to go to America now, I'll bring out one of my planes and one of the
So you're saying you
777.
trust it if you're trusting
Yes.
your life.
Now, because of the kind of maintenance, you need to visit one day our maintenance store. What we have here is billions. Billions. It's PwC that audits APs. I'm not talking for the sake of... when it comes to safety, we are safety-centric. Remember, APs has acquired IOSA 6 consecutive times, non-stop. Within 2 years of operation, in 2016, we never failed anyone. We've been getting it. Some airlines failed now. Even foreign airlines. We've never failed. And IATA said that APs is second to none. That's the same standard. But you look at the countries that have validated APs, that's a testament to our safety standards. Israeli Aerospace is the toughest in the world. APC is the first airline in the whole of West Africa that has been allowed to fly into Israel, commercial flights, not direct flights. Israel audited APs. China audited APs. With China, everywhere is there. India audited APs. Then, of course, Europe, the entire Europe audited us. And we passed. Europe will not allow you to overfly their airspace with a commercial aircraft if your safety standards is down.
We're king of joy to see a local business, a Nigerian business that is proudly going global. We definitely would continue to support. But we're going to we'll take a break and return. We'll ask questions regarding bureaucracy and government. Because I wanted to, well, let's go on break. When we come back, we'll do this. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So we'll still have with us Mr. I just feel like it should be like MON,
Doctor.
CON. Because I just cannot just call be calling your name like that.
Doctor, I'm a doctor too.
Yes. But I wanted to ask you about government bureaucracy.
But I don't really care about it.
You don't want titles. Okay, well, that shows leadership. The government's involvement, because aviation is highly regulated. And considering how regulated aviation is, it's almost impossible for you not to have dealings with the government on a consistent basis. Have you been impacted by, has Nigeria happened to you negatively?
Should I ask that question? So there have been claims that some agencies or officials of government deliberately frustrate private investment in aviation. And you are the person that I believe can dispel the lie or tell the truth about it because you're in the middle of it. Is this truly a problem?
You see, it's a problem. It's a problem. And you find that in every government in Nigeria where some appointees of government or even some government agencies, even the legislature, some committees might try to use their position to demean you or attack you and send all manner of invitations. We receive all manner of invitations, some very stupid ones, some very foolish invitations. You'll be asking yourself, that somebody entered flight and say you should come and explain why my flight is not because you're a member of the parliament. I think that is absolutely stupid. So sometimes they do these things not knowing that they are demeaning the country because aviation is one aviation worldwide.
Yes.
Aviation is one sector you shouldn't lie. If you lie now that you're just like you saw the Air Nigeria thing, if you lie now that your aircraft is in the Gambia, it's very easy to find out. You just take the tail range of that aircraft. You see it's like, you can see my planes, the one going from coming into the country today or maybe going out of the country, you can track it. So it's one aviation, the same safety regulations all over. as engendered by ICAO. So when you come here, you see a lot of people thinking, when they see a crowd of people at the airport, or maybe you think you're making so much money, there are people out there wanting to bring you down. This pull him down syndrome. It's everywhere. But we had so much of it in the past. In this government, we don't have much of it. We don't have much of it. We had so much of it in the past. And in aviation, I'm talking about aviation now. The ease of doing business is back in the aviation sector. Every waiver we asked the president, we got as AON.
Fantastic.
We have some on his table because I have to say, I think he's a businessman and he understands the pain of entrepreneurs. He understands the pain of entrepreneurs and he has really helped aviation for the first time. For the first time. For those who think it's psychophancy, it is not. For the first time.
You are sharing your own personal story.
Nigerians will be getting the first, in fact, the first dry lease aircraft coming to Nigeria in the last 15 years was just signed yesterday. The plane painted in AP's colors already. It was the federal government that made it happen. It was the federal government that made it. He didn't say I'm an Igbo man. And the federal government signed to AirCap. The minister signed on behalf of the federal government.
Oh no, you mentioned during the break about what happened in Brazil, where you had a partnership that you were not aware of.
Yes, when it was announced.
In fact, I just came down from a flight coming from Abuja, and I received a call from His Excellency Dr. Abiodun. He said, "Alain, where are you?" I said, "I'm in Nigeria." That was when the president traveled. Before that presidential visit, I think they went for, there was this other thing they went for, either BRICS or
yes.
Yeah, they went for
BRICS. Yeah.
He said the president had just told the president of Brazil that Air Peace was going to, meanwhile, I didn't talk to Mr. President. He went there and marketed Air Peace himself.
Found it.
So tell me why I will not say it. The greatest sin is the sin of ingratitude. Even God deserves praise. So the president on his own made that selection and said, my airline will come. So when they were going for the presidential distinct, BASA, that's the bilateral air services agreement, was going to be part of this. Then I was invited. And when he came, he saw me put hand on his chest and say, Onyema. He was so happy when he saw my aircraft. He landed and saw my aircraft packed side by side his own. So he is supporting businesses no matter where you come from. At least in aviation, I can attest to that. And I'm sure the other sectors will be the same, with the same story. If the federal government can do remove all the things that are making it impossible for Nigerian airlines to access, because to access lease, dry lease, there are two types of leases, dry lease and wet lease. Wet lease is very expensive. That is when the airline will come here and fly for you. It's very, no airline uses that on a permanent basis. Dry lease is the way to go. All these big airlines you see all over the world, they don't own their planes.
Yes.
Those planes, they can tell Boeing, oh, we need 777-50. Then a financier, a lessor will come in, pay for them, and lease back to them. So when you cry about capacity in the past, Nigerian lines, they don't have capacity. What are you doing about it?
Policy.
What are you doing about it? Now this government came in and said, we are going to develop Nigerian airlines to have that capacity. And this president has done it. We started receiving dry lease. Festus Keyamo is all over. The greatest thing this president did was the appointment of Keyamo. Because it's like appointing a rampage into a round hole. And that's what is happening.
I did not believe it.
You said it yesterday.
Because we don't speak for
all of us were saying, where's the lawyer? But I'm a lawyer too. I'm a lawyer too. But what's the lawyer doing as Minister of Aviation? But and one good thing about him is he listens. When he listens, you learn very fast. I was not an aviator before. But I want anybody to come and challenge me worldwide. Nobody can challenge me about my knowledge in aviation.
Okay, so I wanted to ask that how does the airline manage challenges like weather disruptions or congestion? Airspace congestion, sorry.
Okay, sometimes In Nigeria, they accuse us of flight delays. Flight delays are not synonymous with Nigerian airlines, not synonymous with Air Peace. One thing people forget is this. You might wake up in the morning, if the weather disrupts your first flight in the morning, the whole of that day you can never recover.
The trajectory of the entire day, yes.
You can never recover. So if you have any weather-related issue in the morning and it delays your flight for 1 hour, know that before the end of the day, it might even build up to 3 hours for subsequent flights. Because an aircraft is supposed to go to several places. Maybe it flies about 6 flights or 8 flights in a day. So if you start in the morning,
and there's a problem.
The other 8 flights are...
People probably don't understand this.
They don't understand it. And again, passengers also are not very cooperative in Nigeria. So we don't run aviation the way it's supposed to be run in this country. For example, if weather is the cause of the cancellation, I'm not supposed to give you hotel for a domestic flight. No, if weather is the first major. It's first major, so I'm not supposed to give you hotel. Now,
we need to bring you back and discuss this. These things that we don't know about.
So all over the world, if weather, especially for domestic operations, and again, if in the evening you have weather and you couldn't go, you go back to your home. The airline will tell you, reschedule to the next available date. It is not you that will reschedule for the person. You can just go to the counter, whichever date that is available.
So we also need.
But in Nigeria, look at what happens.
Of our
exactly. Look
flyers.
at what happens in Nigeria. Where weather happens, Nigerians will tell you, now we go first flight tomorrow morning. Remember, this is not charter operations, it's scheduled operations. So tomorrow now, if you don't fly, then they'll barricade everywhere, cause more disruptions for you.
There's a new department you need to set up, customer education department.
Oh yeah, it's very important.
Educate the customers who don't know
the inner workings.
It was a real pleasure having you on the show. We've gotten masterclass on the aviation industry,
financing,
and financing. Very important. We also realize that the government isn't just playing lip service to supporting local businesses.
Coming from him,
very good one. So thank you for showing your gratitude and thank you for sharing your knowledge, with us. That's all we can take on this segment of the show. When we return, we continue with another topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.